welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. We have survived the Olympic rush. It was an exhilarating couple of weeks as we witnessed the thrill of victory and sometimes the agony of defeat. It's another Wellness Wednesday or Wellness Your Way Wednesday. And we are keeping this wave rolling with this month's topic, gold medal mines. Local pediatrician Dr. Yolanda Rivera-Caudill and strategic wellness consultant and lifestyle medicine coach Chelsea Dye. They are co-founders of Purpose Implants, and they join us now with more. They both watched the Olympic Games, and I am still, in awe of these athletes.
It's amazing.
Their
endurance.
And their dedication, it's incredible. And I think when you watch the Olympics or any really amazing athletic feat, you get to see what someone is made of. But I followed a lot of the what happened before the Olympics, before the big performance. And there are some common trends that a lot of these athletes have that we can actually adopt in our everyday life.
So we want to go for the gold.
Yeah.
We all want to have some of those traits because we have them. We just have to unearth them.
Mm-hmm. And so habit is key.
Okay.
So that is one thing that I think we forget. Whether you're an extreme, amazing athlete or really highly esteemed in your career, routine is the foundation for everything. And regardless of natural talent, that is what you can fall back on. So 77% of Americans say that they are under stress, physical stress. Mm-hmm. Part of that is the fact that there's decision fatigue all the time. So we are trying to make decisions constantly. And the challenge behind that is our brain is overperforming. Mm-hmm. So when we have a routine, it takes away that extra decision that we need to make and can sort of alleviate some of the stress.
Yeah, because creating a habit takes off energy from the brain. Okay. The brain, once you are in automatic mode, the brain does less energy, and less energy. So that's one of the benefits of creating a habit.
Overthinking sometimes
it's already
is so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
And I think, we think we need to create these really elaborate habits like collagen in coffee and creatine before workout and protein in our water, but really it's about the foundation. And, so it's thinking back to simplicity of routine. So, just even breaking down every day into little segments and figuring out how you can actually win the gold every day, morning, noon, and night. Okay. So we've talked about this so much, but your morning, how you set your morning, the tone you set in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. Mm-hmm. And morning sunlight, so a consistent wake time and sleep time. Morning sunlight within that first hour, so getting that sun in your eyes, or a sun lamp if you live somewhere cold, and hydration, and setting one intention. So those are three simple things that regardless of where you live and what kind of life you have, you can wake up 5 extra minutes early, get a little sunshine, have your hydration, set one intention. Breathing is really an important one too. You can probably do that while you're setting that intention.
And recovery. Sleep is so important.
Yeah.
And then if you went to sleep late or whatever, try to wake up still at the same time. Yeah. It's more important than, because it helps reset the clock. The same thing as being exposed to the light.
Well, and these amazing athletes, they track their sleep. And so, why I think we should be empowered to track our sleep. If you wear a tracker, great. But otherwise, if you just are consistent with your sleep-wake time and even have a journal next to your bed, because sometimes we can look at simple things like maybe working out in the evening disrupts your sleep, and then you adjust accordingly. So it doesn't have to be overcomplicated.
And the sleep also helps our gut to reset. And that's one of the things that when we sleep, the whole body is integrated in the circadian rhythm. And our intestines are going to function better. You're going to be able to eat less, crave less of the bad stuff.
So it is not true that sleep is overrated. That is not true.
No, not at all.
So you have an athlete's fuel guide for folks.
And that's right. We the other thing that we didn't mention is fuel like an athlete. And if you go on our follow that QR code, we have a guide on how to incorporate protein, fiber, healthy fats, and all the diversity, which is not only good for the gut, it's good for recovery, good for endurance, and blood sugar balance.
Yes.
So go on and on that QR code, go on our website as well, and then join us on the Compass Method podcast, because we also have, in conjunction with you, a 2-part habit formation podcast.
All right, Chelsea, Dr. Yolanda Rivera-Caudill, thank you so much for joining us. You can find more information and see this interview again anytime on our website by going to wsav.com/community corner. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank
Thank you.